Hi, and happy Valentine's Day to you all. It's Monday, it's obviously the 14th, and obviously I'm thrilled to have you being a part of the show. Hope your weekend went well, but I know. A lot of broken hearts this Valentine's Day over, of course, the Bengals, but still not Super Bowl champions, but really a victory last night. I mean, wrapping up the season, but wow. I mean, what a game it was. Falling a bit short, but nevertheless, the Bengals were in the Super Bowl, and well, we can talk about that for at least a while. Tonight on the program, we'll talk about a major storm tracking across the United States that will make its way into our neck of the woods by Thursday. Showers, possibly some thunderstorms associated with that. We'll talk about that in more detail. We'll talk about some nice weather on both sides of that as well. And I think temperatures actually pushing. I think we'll definitely see the 60s, maybe 65 on Wednesday out and ahead of that big change weather-wise. So we'll talk about that. There's a lot of ground to cover tonight in high school basketball. I'll take you to the McGoffin County boys matchup, the game that had 6 endings. And some other news and information, and we'll as well, if you haven't heard, I've been following since last night a fatal shooting involving law enforcement and a McGoffin County man last night. I'll tell you what I can at this hour in just a few moments. So there's a possibility that the identity of the deceased will be released before I leave you this evening. I'm really not expecting that. We were told to expect the second of 2 press releases sometime, possibly sooner than later. I have one. I also have some other information as well on that. So we'll get to that in just a few seconds. While I'm kind of leaving that window open for a moment, let's check on today's COVID numbers. McGoffin County, as we confirmed last week, are finally following the state trend, which according to the governor is still going in the right direction. Here's a small portion of his briefing from earlier this afternoon.
Top line is cases continue to fall. We're still having significant death, but cases continue to fall. So Saturday's number, 3,755 new cases, 48 new deaths, and some younger people, 37-year-old woman from Bell County, 48-year-old man from Laurel, and a 39-year-old woman from Metcalf. Sunday, 2,270 new cases, 36 new deaths, including a 38-year-old from Fayette County. And today, 1,907 new cases, 32 new deaths, includes an 18-year-old boy from Bullock County. Positivity rate now down to 17.93%. Good to see that falling. Now, for the chart that was the scariest and now is starting to look so much better, our stair-stepper chart. As you can see, this is our 3rd straight week of declining cases. Now 35,961 cases from last week, but that is still the 6th highest caseload that we have had in the pandemic. But certainly the trajectory is exactly what we want to see, steadily, if not quickly, dropping. I believe that it would look even more significant, but for the week before, which, as you remember, with ice storm and others coming, we had a number of days where testing was shut down. So this probably would look like a steadier fall had we not had that weather event. Positivity rate also decreasing. Remember, this one is less impacted by the actual number of tests. So you see a steady fall week after week, tests and positivity. So looking forward, being on this good trajectory in regards to cases and positivity rate, if these trends continue, we believe Kentucky will move out of the red and into the orange or even the yellow conservatively by March the 14th. That's when we will be in a much better place as long as we continue to see these declines and the rates of decline. With that in mind, our goal will be to provide new guidance as of that date, simplify some of our guidance that's out there. Certainly, if we are in that better place, the guidance will provide significant more flexibility and recognition of where we are in the pandemic, with not only cases and positivity declining, but also Omicron being something very different in terms of the level of disease it causes versus previous variants. Our goal would also to be able to look at our practices in state government and see what is or isn't necessary at or around that time. Again, we are on a good trajectory. This is our best projection at when we think we will be in a good place based on the current rate of falling cases.
The governor also says hospitalization numbers are going down, ICU numbers going down, those on ventilators going down, hospital capacity numbers. Well, that number is increasing, and that is certainly a good thing. Locally, the McGoffin County Health Department had a quiet weekend and one of the quietest Mondays we have had in quite a number of weeks. As for the state as a whole, still only a handful of counties, 4, that are not in the red, but a large number of counties under that 100 mark that we've been eyeing for many, many weeks, and that's a good sign. That is a good trend. Hopefully we'll start to see much more color pop up on this incident rate map. As for McGoffin County, Johnson County, and our neighbors, McGoffin County still well over 100 at 129.2. Johnson County well under 100 at 65. There you see a lot of our neighbors, again, well over the 100 mark, but a lot of Kentucky counties under that 100 mark, and that is a good sign. Still going to be a slow process and some time to get there, but at least we are heading in the right direction. McGoffin County's numbers as well heading in the right direction. Last week we had a total of 169 cases for the week. I left you thinking that number was 50, but when the McGoffin County Health Department came back in, they found that they had a number of other cases, positive case reports come in after they had closed on Friday. So we ended a Friday with 37 last week, but still at 169, much less than the 270 before, and then the 264 the week before that. And this week we had 0 Saturday, 0 Sunday. That's 0 for the weekend. Haven't had that in a long time. Today, a total of 14 cases confirmed through our Director of Public Health, Mayor Pete Shepard. So we have 14 cases and counting for the 3 days in thus far. 3 of those cases were said to have been in children. Shepard did give me an update from the state. They are still officially holding our death toll right now. They have increased it by 3, I think, but still officially at 38 at this time for the number of lives lost due to, at least in some part, COVID-19 in McGoffin County. All the information I can release at this hour in regards to a fatal shooting last night involving law enforcement and a McGoffin County man after these messages. Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
At Golden Law Office, our attorneys previously represented the nation's largest insurance and trucking companies, handling cases involving serious personal injury and death. We know their strategies, how they will defend the case, and what factors drive large settlements. The attorneys at Golden Law Office can use this inside knowledge to ensure your case is handled effectively and aggressively. Hiring Golden Law Office provides you with a strategic advantage. Call Golden Law Office today.
Whether the new year brings you new dreams or you're working towards the same ones, let Salyersville National Bank help you build, bank, or save for them. Salyersville National has been helping dreams come true since 1902. Give them a call at the main location, 349-3131, or the branch, 6121.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. Forward pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at just $19.99 a month and include unlimited talk and text. Add 3 GB of data for only $29.99 a month. 6 GB of data, $39.99. Or take it to the max with unlimited data plus, only $89.99, which has 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. All the features without the long-term commitment. It's forward pay because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Do you really want to get caught in this again on those tires? Get there in one piece and save. Conley Tire's got specials going on right now through the end of March, like $100, even $200 back on a set of Goodyears. And get those tires, brakes, service, whatever you need with 6 months no-interest financing. Conley Tire in Staffordsville or conleytire.net. There was a fatal shooting in McGoffin County last night right around 11 o'clock. State police were called to assist, I believe, a total of 3 McGoffin County Sheriff's deputies at a residence on Lacey Creek Road. Now, the official press release from the Kentucky State Police and Post 9 reads as follows. Post 9 received a request for the KSP Critical Incident Response Team to investigate a trooper-involved shooting that occurred last night at 10:58 p.m. on Lacey Creek Road in McGoffin County. The Critical Incident Response Team responded to the scene, and the investigation into the incident remains ongoing. A male subject was pronounced deceased on scene by the McGoffin County Coroner's Office. The Kentucky State Police has statewide jurisdiction and investigates officer-involved shootings throughout the Commonwealth as requested by local law enforcement agencies. To protect the integrity of the ongoing investigation, it is Kentucky State Police standard operating procedure not to release any additional details until witnesses, vital witnesses, it says, have been interviewed and pertinent facts are gathered. Timelines to complete investigations vary, they say, based on complexity of the case. We expect another press release forthcoming, possibly this evening or tomorrow, that may give some more details, including the identity of the man who was fatally shot. Following police radio and emergency radio traffic last night, as well as talking to some folks who live in that area today, there was understood to be 2 incidents on Lacey Creek Road at this location requesting authorities over the course of yesterday. We are told that a resident in that area had returned home and found windows of both their home, including a child's bedroom window and windows of a vehicle, busted out with a male actually still at or near the scene when they had returned. 2 disturbances took place there, including that one, the second of which was when McGoffin County Sheriff's deputies responding to the scene called for assistance from the Kentucky State Police. A trooper with Post 9 was dispatched to the area. We are told that there was an altercation. There was pleas from authorities to put down a weapon that was in the hand of the suspect. Those pleas were ignored. A taser was deployed, and the weapon, some sort of a knife object, was either hurled at or the suspect approached officers with it, and that is when a trooper fired his weapon. The suspect, again, was pronounced dead at the scene by the McGoffin County Coroner's Department. His identity has not been released. His body has been sent to the state medical examiner's office in Frankfort. We understand that it was a rental property in which he resided. The man, we also believe, perhaps not originally from McGoffin County, but living here. We're also trying to determine as to whether or not police had an outstanding warrant in his name. That is yet to be confirmed, and that's all I can pass along to you at this hour. With that said, well, let's go to tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar, which, I don't have a birthday wish on it tonight. I actually had the birthday wish for this lovely lady on the program last week on the actual day of her birthday, when she turned 100. Her church family and friends had a wonderful celebration for her over the course of the weekend, and thanks to our friend and a close friend of hers, State Representative John Blanton, well, I have a few video clips to share with you tonight from the celebration of Maxie Powers' 100th birthday. I had the wonderful opportunity to wish her again her birthday this year on her 100th, I believe last Wednesday or Thursday. I'd like to do so again tonight. A bit belated, but with a few clips again from what was a wonderful celebration in this wonderful local lady's honor. Friends of Maxie's went all out celebrating her 100th on Saturday. The cake, the crowd, the decorations, everything fit for, again, just a lovely soul hitting a very special number.
We'll sing happy birthday And we'll have the video camera that anybody wants to come and say something about Maxie on video. We'll get you on video and have something for Maxie to have celebrating her 100th birthday. Maxie, you want to say something?
No. Maxie.
So Maxie's one of those people I can say I've known all my life.
Just so happy to be here.
Yeah. She's so happy to be here.
I can say I've known Maxie all my life, but she can't say she's known me all her life. So Maxie, tell us what you're going to do with the next 100 years of your life.
We'll so I can see.
Can all of Maxie's family that's here come around and get your picture made with her?
Was blessed to perform the wedding ceremony for this sister and my brother Grant, and kind of kidded them about let me be the chauffeur on their honeymoon, but it just didn't work out that way. They just didn't want to allow that, I don't think so. But anyway, congratulations, Sister Maxie.
Thank you.
Brother Grant, you all, and God bless you all. Amen.
Years ago this year, I came in contact with Grant Powers as a young inspector with the Highway Department. And I always had to try and keep him straight, but in the other way around, I learned a lot from being around him. Started coming over here to church about 3.5 years ago, came to State Road here, and saw him, and rekindled a friendship that had been ongoing for several years. Hadn't seen him for a while. Never knew that I was going to get such a great asset as his wife for a second mom. She's a special person, and if you ever come in contact with her, she leaves a very positive memory, and I love her as if she was my mom, and I love Grant as though he was my dad. I appreciate them both very much. Thank you.
I take her to the doctor, and as we're leaving the doctor, she said, you know, I need some new clothes. I said, Maxie, we left your walker at home. And we were driving home. She said, I'd sure like to go to Walmart. And I said, have you ever driven one of those carts? And she said, no. I said, well, you are today. And we went over there, and she zoomed through that store, shopping and getting her thing. Well, a week later, me and Mom go to get some stuff, and there sits Grant in the truck. And I come up and I said, Grant, what are you doing sitting out here? And he said, you put her on that cart in there, and she's gone shopping. So 99 years old, you're shopping.
And, well, I guess I do have a birthday wish tonight because I want to wish Maxie a happy 100th again. Happy birthday to you, Maxie. Happy 100th to you, my dear. I have a happy anniversary wish going on in the rest of our calendar tonight to David and Becky Wheeler on Valentine's Day. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to you both from a host of friends and family. Other calendar announcements brought to you by MAGOFFIN Farm Bureau include one from North MAGOFFIN Elementary. They're having a site-based council, regular meeting of which tomorrow, 4 o'clock in the school's library. North MAGOFFIN site-based council tomorrow, 4 o'clock in the school's library. Tomorrow is the first class, if you will, of the weight loss series. McGoffin County Extension Service is hosting Weight the Reality series, and they would like you to be a part of it. A lot of fun, a lot of weight to be lost. They'll be meeting weekly, I think it is. They'll weigh in at 5. The reality class series will start. Reality series class will start at 6 o'clock. They're going to have some great prizes, and everyone can just get ready to learn about healthy diets and weight loss strategies, becoming weight-wise. Promise you'll have a lot of fun, too. Call them in the morning if you have any questions. You want to be in on the very first one, which starts tomorrow afternoon or evening at 5 o'clock, 349-3216. And don't forget the next sign-up event for Special Olympics in McGoffin County, Friday the 25th, still a little ways away, a couple of weeks, but call Paul Gumby Montgomery if you have any questions, 424-6302. They're going to meet at the Sagersville City Hall on Friday the 25th at 6 o'clock. It's free, of course, for any Special Olympics athlete over the age of 8 or 8 on. And they'd love to hear from you. And if you can't make it, can't be there, Call Paul. Call me when you have a calendar announcement, and I'll tell everyone about it. Birthdays and anniversaries, too. Meanwhile, funeral service announcements are provided nightly by Paul Burchell in the McGoffin County Funeral Home. And I come into the office today to find that services were actually held earlier today for Elder Owen Blanton, 90 of Sagersville. He passed away Saturday at Sagersville Nursing and Rehab. Son of the late Finley and Ada Howard Blanton, he survived by a daughter, Winna Burnett, and a grandson, Dustin Blanton. He was preceded in death by his wife, Edna Mann Blanton, and son, Steve. Funeral services again were held earlier today in his honor. Services will start Wednesday afternoon at 1 for 73-year-old Roy Rogers McCarty of Stinson, who passed away Saturday at his home, the son of the late Beecher McCarty Sr. and Gustava Carty McCarty. He survived by his daughter Lisa McCarty, brother Beecher, sisters Dolly Rose, Anita Prater, Jackie Montgomery, and Barbara Ledford. Services start Wednesday at 1 from the Sangersville Funeral Home. The family will welcome friends tomorrow evening after 5.
My name is Tony Allen, and I'm a candidate for McGoffin County Clerk. Just as my family and I have served you at our restaurant, the Farmhouse Diner, we will be there to serve you in the clerk's office. You will be greeted with a smile. The office will be organized, neat, inviting, and we will do all we can to help everyone, regardless of your party, last name, or how you vote. We will be open during lunch, and we will have a long evening each week for folks who get in late. We will be open every other Saturday and have a plan to better serve the elderly in our community. I'm fighting to win this election and the trust of McGoffin County. I will not let you down, nor will I forget that the people chose me to be their clerk. Vote number 1 on the ballot, Big Tony Allen for McGoffin County Clerk.
SSI and disability cases are harder to win these days. You need all the help you can get. If the government has turned you down, I will not. Many factors are considered when a claim is being processed, like your age, education, physical, and mental disabling conditions. When it comes time to winning your disability case, you should not face a federal judge alone. You need an attorney who is experienced, determined, hardworking, knowledgeable, and dedicated to helping you win benefits that you deserve. If you need help with your SSI or disability case, call me, Donald Wayne McFarland, and let me go to work for you.
Not everything has changed over the years. Fraser's Prater Drug Store is still your most trusted pharmacy, where you can get your prescription brought to you curbside or make your way to the counter for a snack, lunch, or an incredibly sweet treat. And check out Strings and Things inside the shack, the Radio Shack, musical instruments, guns, ammo, electronics, and more. It's as wonderfully unique of a shopping experience as is the selection at Fraser's Prater Drug Store in downtown Sagersville. Call the pros. All Pro Gutter Works specializes in seamless gutters, vinyl siding, metal roofing, replacement doors and windows, remodeling or adding on to your home with free and fair estimates backed by decades of happy and return customers with guaranteed satisfaction and 18 months 0% financing. All Pro Gutter Works. 349-9999.
I'm Kelly Collins from Golden Law Office. I began my legal career in Lexington, representing some of the nation's largest insurance companies. This experience provided me with the inside knowledge as to how the insurance company will prepare to defend your case. I'm now taking that knowledge and returning to my hometown in Eastern Kentucky to help those hurt through no fault of their own. If you or a family member have been injured in an auto or truck accident, call Golden Law Office today.
I mentioned earlier how football hearts, Bengals hearts were breaking all over, of course, after the Super Bowl. Going on to some other sports news and broken hearts. The McGoffin County Hornets have had their hearts broken now in a couple of tough games here as of late. I mean, you go back to the 24th of January, not all that long ago, and it was a triple overtime loss to Lawrence County, who was then, I believe, the top-seeded team in the 15th region. I think they're currently sitting behind Pikeville right now. But nevertheless, you had that. Johnson Central, a last-second shot at the buzzer, 2 points shy for McGoffin County just last week. And then, that was on Thursday night. And then Friday night, the very next night, they hosted Belfry. I mean, who's ever heard? How many times have you heard me report on a quintuple overtime? This game had 6 potential endings and went on for nearly the length of 2 games. And things started off well for the Hornets. The McGoffin County Hornets and Coach Castle were actually up on Belfry at the end of the third, 44-42. But Belfry took that lead in the fourth quarter. But Belfry would be in the lead for much of the fourth in what we believe was last quarter of play, if you will. Aiden Barnett, though, pulls McGoffin County to within 1 point with the bucket, 55-56 Belfry Pirates with 1:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. Seconds later, the Hornets trail by 3. Barnett with the shot, the miss, the rebound, the putback, and the bucket pulls McGoffin County back to -1. Belfry's on the ball and then slows things down, burns a little clock until Barnett finally has enough, picks Belfry's pockets, makes a run for the lead, and is fouled underneath the basket. Barnett went to the line, missed 2 of 2 with 37 seconds left in the game. Hornets trail by 1 as Belfry gets 2 freebies, hitting the first of 2 but missing the second for the tie. We're down to under 30 seconds to go, and here's how it played out. Barnett looks for his opening, makes his way in off the glass. It's good for the tie. And Belfry has a few seconds, plenty of time left to take this one home, but can't do it. The buzzer will sound after the missed shot. The putback from way out would not make it, and it was on to overtime at 59 apiece. Now fast forward to the last few seconds of the first overtime. Belfry with a chance to score, and they will with the bucket. McGoffin County has a chance with 15 seconds to tie it up or take the win with a 3. Aiden goes for the tie and is fouled before he goes down to the floor, and that will send him to the free throw line. He was 3 of 5 from the stripe at that point, but he stepped up and went 2 of 2, and that made it 66-66. That gives Belfry a chance to win. The shot is no good. Lafferty comes down with the board. Wild one there at the end off the glass, and it's 66 apiece. And the second overtime. Now fast forward to the end of the second OT. Zane Whitaker tied things up at 68 apiece, and after that, Maynard for Belfry misses an easy one, and the Hornets have a chance to look for the lead. Barnett pushes his way in for the 2-pointer, and it's good. On the other end, Dean misses from about 17 feet. Maynard's there to pick it up, put it back, and it's good. And we're all tied up again, this time at 70 apiece. Now we're down to about 18 seconds to go. Still plenty of time. Aiden up top, waiting for that last second shot. 70-70, McGoffin and Belfry in the second overtime. Aiden goes for the game winner, and it's off the iron. Put back, not going to do it. You know where we're going. Now, fast forward to 18 seconds left to go in the third OT. Barnett works a little clock, makes the drive in. A high bank, no good, giving Belfry a chance. A little hesitation there, kicks the ball back out, and the shot is no good. 75-75 at the end of the third overtime. And in the latter part of it, a Belfry turnover turns into a basket for Barnett. Drives in with a jumper from about 8-10 feet out. It's good. It's 77-76 McGoffin County as Belfry burns some clock when they cross the timeline. And after a little bit of a slow burn on the clock, Belfry strikes back. Dean from the free throw strike. The jumper is good. 77-78 Belfry. That gives, of course, McGoffin County the ball and another opportunity. Barnett looks for it, sees one, tough shot off the rim, and after a battle to get the ball, Lafferty gets the foul and goes to the free throw line. 31 seconds to play. In the fourth overtime, Lafferty hits them both, 2 of 2. It's a 79-78 lead for MAGOFFIN County. While right after, on the other end, Zane Whitaker blocks what would have been the winning shot, and the foul they call on him will give Belfry a chance to win from the charity stripe. There's 5.9 seconds left in the fourth overtime. Banks at the line, the first of the deuce, rims off. It's no good. Belfry still trail by 1, but the second sinks. 79-79. MAGOFFIN County, one last shot, seconds left, and they expire on that attempt by Barnett. And 5 overtimes. Here we go. Fifth overtime, though, not as dramatic. In fact, MAGOFFIN County, who had battled this one all night long, couldn't score in the last round. It was 79-84 before Belfry put an exclamation on it in the last minute or so. A bucket, another bucket on its back, 79-88. 5 overtimes. That's a game, a half a game, plus a half of a quarter of basketball. And that 79-88 final outcome puts the boys at 11 wins but 13 losses. And, of course, we know, as we told you last, they were winless in the 57th District. I'll tell you more about 57th District pairings tomorrow as they've been set. I'll give you a little glimpse in just a few seconds. But nevertheless, here's how it's going to wrap up for the rest of the regular season for the boys. They are at East Ridge tomorrow night. Then they're hosting Floyd Central at home on Wednesday. That's senior night. Then they're at Belfry later on in the week on Friday, and that's the end of the regular season. Next week, next Wednesday, the boys tip off in the 57th District at Johnson Central. Again, we'll talk about pairings tomorrow. As for the Lady Hornets, well, their season obviously is winding down too, but they're winding it down after a win on Saturday here at home, hosting Wolfe County. 31-30, squeaked one out over Wolfe County by a point. Way to go, girls. They are hosting Betsy Lane tonight. Tip-off set for 7:30 for varsity. Lady Hornets right now 6 wins and 22 losses. And they will be tipping off in the 57th District Tournament next week on Monday night at 6:30. They've got tonight's home game, and then they've got a Friday night home game against East Ridge before they get there. Now, again, a major storm crossing the United States is going to bring a lot of things to a lot of people. Thunderstorms, heavy snow, heavy rains, a lot of winds as it makes its way from the west and on, ultimately, to the east as well. It, for us, will mean rain, amounts of which I'm not going out on that limb as of yet, but we're going to stay dry through Thursday. That's when we expect to see some showers, some rain, possibly some thunderstorms from this system as well. Tonight, another cold one, back down to the teens we fall, 18 degrees, clear skies, calm winds. Calm winds is very important lately. Man, it was cold this weekend. And I was in Lexington for a lot of it, and it was colder there. Oh, the wind was awful. But we recover nicely for your Tuesday. We'll hit around 53 degrees tomorrow. Sunny skies. Winds, if any, may be out of the southeast, 3, 4, 5 miles per hour. So really nice, sunny, and 53-degree Tuesday ahead. Clear skies tomorrow night will follow all of that. And Wednesday will follow up with 64, mostly sunny degrees, but out and ahead of the next system that I've been telling you about just as of a few seconds ago, well, we'll see the winds come back out of the southwest, as is usually the case, but anywhere from 10 to 25 miles per hour or so throughout your Wednesday. So mostly sunny, breezy, and 64, 65 degrees. Not going to be any rain Wednesday with this at all. Just the sun, the winds, the warm air. Thursday, however, we'll get even closer to 70 degrees. Check that out. 69 degrees. However, that's the very edge of that system that gives us some showers, possibly thunderstorms. Right now, it looks to be midday on through Thursday. We'll talk more about it tomorrow and certainly Wednesday. And showers all the way through Thursday evening. Friday, after it's gone through, we will drop down well more than 20 degrees to 41 degrees on your Friday, but it dries out quickly. 41, mostly sunny and calm for your Friday. Clear that night at a low of 20. And then your next weekend, looking at us like this, 50s low and high, sunshine across the board. Lows low and high too, comparatively 22 Saturday and 44 on your Sunday. So a really nice run. That's at your weekend. I mean, 50, 58, 59 next Monday as well. And that'll be a nice start to the week with partly sunny skies. More on the rain tomorrow. Again, happy Valentine's Day to you all. It's been a quiet one. I think a lot of that's lingering effects from the Super Bowl. Nevertheless, I'll see you back here tomorrow for the next edition of Your News Today. Thank you for being a part of this one. Good night.